Welcome back to Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, Bonzi Wells and Rasheed Wallace had a lot to say about some things that JJ Redick said. And I did an episode on this. Y'all probably already seen it. I did a full episode on this. And so I kind of addressed JJ Redick and his comments, but this is me reacting to Rasheed and Bonzi addressing it. And then they went a little bit further and actually kind of talked about Kobe, LeBron, and Mike and the differences and, who they had in the top of the hierarchy and all of that stuff, man. So I thought all of that was noteworthy to talk about. So I wanted to get in here and give y'all this video. And this was for members only. Only the members will see this video. I might make it available a little bit later, but this is for the members right now, man. So I appreciate all the members who's been there and supporting me, supporting the channel, and y'all support with monetary value. So I appreciate that, man. Y'all are real dope. I still want to get y'all in on one of the segments on the Full Punter Friday. So the call-in number that y'all see come up on the screen, that's my personal cell. So you can text that number. As a matter of fact, I want all the members that because some of them I've already been texting back and forth with, like DC Slim and those guys. I text them every now and then. So if y'all are members and y'all are paid members, y'all can text that phone, right? If y'all want to be on the show, all I ask is you to text me so we can start kind of setting it up. But this episode is brought to you by Manscaped, our sponsor. And we are brought to you by Manscaped, man. Support Man Down Sports. And it's brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Their products and precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. So join over 8 million men worldwide. That's 16 million balls, right? 16 million balls worldwide, balls, man. Dog. Exactly, and they trust exactly. They trust Manscaped with the and you can get it with an exclusive offer just for Man Down followers. You get 20% off, and you get free worldwide shipping with the code Man Down at manscaped.com. Right, so don't forget, man. That's 8 million men worldwide, 16 million balls, man. So,
two of those 16 million is mine.
And 2 of them is mine. Hey, I definitely been working with him, man. But yeah, man. So my package is finally here, man. It's a game changer for sure, man. I got that 4.0, right? It comes with that lawnmower 4.0, right? Real nice. You said like, come on, right? Kind of quiet, real precision tool. It's waterproof. This is gonna work good, man. You can groom yourself in the shower, man. All that good stuff. It also came with this trimmer, right? And this is for your nose and your nose hairs and all that stuff. It came, and we call this the weed whacker. You can use it for your ears, your nose, or whatever. Then it came with that crop preserver ball deodorant. Now this is what you need right here, Chris, right here. Because I know, like during the day you need that touch up. You know what I mean? You need that little touch up and or whatnot, man. And then the crop reviver as well. All this stuff is good, man. It come with boxer briefs. Came with a nice little leather bag, man, to keep everything in. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we rocking and rolling over here, man. And last thing I say, man, just from a personal experience, man. Like I don't talk about balls often, right? I really don't. All right? When I do talk about balls, I'm not talking about the fuzzy ones, right? This is too hairy for me, right? I like a smooth ball, right? I'm talking about smooth, right? Nothing on it, no peach fuzz, no lint, none of that stuff, man. And it's going to give you that proper release, rotation, and splash. I promise you ain't getting no release with no fuzzy balls, right? So if you want your girl or your significant other to go down on your little man's, use the promo code Man Down at manscaped.com and get you this 4.0, baby. All right.
Now, hey, cut the check.
Cut the check.
Cut the check.
All right. I hate the ad. All right, man. So where are we at, man? JJ Redick was on Shaq's podcast, just saying a whole bunch of nonsense. And Rashid and Bonzi got wind of it, man, and this is what they had to say.
Moving on, did y'all see JJ Redick talking about Michael Jordan's era being watered down? I think it was on Shaq's podcast. I think we have the clip here. We don't have to be quiet so we can hear Shaq and JJ talk, and let chat hear it as we hear it. So
the only thing I don't like about the conversation is they don't put my boy's name in it. If you're going to be throwing names around, you got to have my boy's name in it. That's like saying, what are the best luxury cars out there, Lexus or a Beamer? You got to put the Mercedes in there too. Mike, LeBron, or Kobe, now y'all debate.
I refuse to get into the GOAT debate. I don't care. They didn't play against each other. What makes him great is the fact that he's done it now for 21 years at the highest level. Yeah, LeBron's never averaged 35 in a year. Guess what? He's averaged 25 or more for 20 straight years. We're nitpicking. A lot of times we're comparing eras. Like I'll say this with Michael Jordan, and I don't mean this to be controversial. Michael Jordan, during his heyday, 6 teams were added to the NBA. There were 90 players added to the NBA. Does that not water down? I'm not talking playoffs, by the way. No chance we're talking playoffs. You're not telling me that the league for a little bit is going to be a little watered down?
JJ Redick played too much.
what? Your thoughts?
Because that's not reality. It wasn't 90 new players that you just found off the street that came into the league. They had an expansion draft, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
They was drafting dudes.
It was 3 expansion drafts.
Yeah, they drafted people off the team.
2 teams.
The dudes that was already in the team. So it wasn't like they would just be like
playing on there.
They're like, hey, camera guy, you want to play? You want to play tonight? Call some of your homies.
Be Charlotte Hornet.
hey, cheerleaders, you got a boyfriend? See if he can come play. Like they wasn't doing that. It wasn't like that. So I mean, I don't know what he's talking about, but I mean, it's easy to say Bron is that guy because you're seeing him right now. But the people who didn't really get a chance to really see Mike, like I'm from Indiana and WGN was local. I don't know if it was local for you guys, but I caught all the Bulls games, and that man right there was exceptional. Like better than everybody. The stuff that he do, and like I said before, he has no advantage. He's not bigger. If you ever seen Mike, Mike is skinny, 6'6". He got some cuts on him a little bit, but he probably 210.
Wasn't no bulky.
He wasn't no bulky dude. He wasn't. Right. He didn't have no physical advantage. It was skill. You know what I'm saying? Bron's 6'9", 250. He's a freight train coming down there. You bumping the Bron, you like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but Jordan more athletic than the average 6'6".
No, fact. Like him and Kobe had more game. You know what I'm saying? More skill set. No disrespect to Bron, because we love Bron and everything he's done for the game and how he plays, because he's awesome. But them two didn't have no physical advantages, man. Them dudes had skill sets. They was hitting real buckets. Like they had to really create some space. They had to really manipulate some stuff, create angles for themselves. Bron see you there, he's just going right through you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta try to get around you.
I mean, why? If that's working, why would I not?
I'm just saying though.
Yeah, but that's his physical skill set.
That's his physical advantage, because now he can just go bully you, hit the layup. These guys didn't have no bully to their game. They had skill set to their game. I'm not saying Bron don't have a skill set.
Right.
But their stuff was, man, y'all just don't understand. Until y'all got a chance to play against them dudes, you don't really I played against all 3, and she has too. It's no comparison in my mind, because them dudes was, man, like I said, I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't eat at night knowing I had to play them tomorrow. Man, like we said, like, bro, man, I ain't going out tonight, man. I'll see y'all later on. I'm in the room, man.
So that's Bonzi Wells talking, and we'll get to the Jordan part of it and the Kobe part of it a little bit later. But I do want to address JJ Redick starting off saying, I don't want to get into the GOAT debate. And the reason why he don't want to get into it is because it's probably toxic for him, because the guy that he's arguing for don't really have an argument, and the talking points he's trying to use to argue for him don't connect with people that really know basketball like that. It connect with people who are not go fact check like this expansion thing that he said that we're gonna get into. But for people who really know the sport, these are analytical talking points that he's trying to use. Ain't nobody buying it. Nobody cares about that, right? Nobody cares about the stuff that JJ Redick's talking about. So it gets frustrating for him, and he don't want to be involved in it. Like, it's not even a real debate. He and that's why he's bowing out. But he's not bowing out, because right after he says, I don't like to get into the GOAT debate, then he start to try to throw little breadcrumbs out there that lead to LeBron, and then throw a little grenade out there that's supposed to blow up whatever argument you might have for Jordan, right? So here's the break. I don't want to get into the GOAT debate, but this is where LeBron is great at, right? Why even say that if you don't want to get into the GOAT debate? And he said he's great because he might not have averaged 35 points, but he's averaged 25 points for 20 years, and nobody's ever done that. Well, I mean, the guy that would have done that didn't play 20 years, right? I mean, it is what it is. People wasn't trying to play for 20 years. People was getting in and get out. You know, either get off the pot or take a crap on it. You know, if you ain't shitting no more, get off the pot. And right now, LeBron's not shitting no more. He's not shitting no more. So he shouldn't be playing 20, 21, 22 years. It's pointless, right? You're not shitting no more. Jokic is going to the finals. Ant Edwards probably go. SGA might go. Tatum has taken this team to the final. You're not getting there. You're winning play-in tournaments. That's supposed to be something for an up-and-coming star who's never won anything that's leading his way up to being great. We're not supposed to be celebrating bubble rings and in-season tournaments for someone that's supposed to be the GOAT, and then when it comes to the real playoffs, you can't advance. That's not supposed to be happening. You're on the pot sitting on it, and nothing's coming out. You got to get off the pot. It's someone else's turn. And the previous errors was very good at realizing when it wasn't their turn no more, and they're go ahead and go retire. Right? You know, Isaiah Thomas had more years in him, but when he realized that, hey, look, I'm not on top of the mountain no more, he was like, all right, man, it's Jordan's time. I got to go. He retired. Magic, Bird, all of them, when they realized it was Jordan's time, they left. They didn't say, oh, man, let's stick around for 20 years and let me see if I can go get young superstars to come play with me and keep me relevant, right? He's, you know, like a vampire. You know, I need young blood. You know, LeBron is very good at getting young blood to keep him young. You know, that's what he's doing. He see Wade get hurt, and you know, his knees, he got to ice his knees before every game, and he realized, I shouldn't re-sign with Miami. Let me go back to Cleveland with that young gun over there in Kyrie. And then Kyrie left. Let me do the same thing. Let me go to LA with that young gun and bring Anthony Davis over here and trade all these picks and do all this and hire Magic Johnson as my GM because he'll be able to convince superstars to join. He's just trying to get younger superstars to join him. He tried to get Kyrie last summer. Bring all this young talent around me, because if I get all this young talent around me, and that'll keep the team relevant and playing you know, good basketball, and I can just continue to build my resume and pad my stats. But what he really was supposed to do is realize, if you can't do it no more the way you did it in your prime, well, you can't be the sole guy and you carry your team to the finals. If you can't do that no more, it's time for you to go. Just because you can go get your stats does not mean that you should still be in this league. You got to know when it's your time to go, right? So that's one thing about JJ Redick saying this longevity thing's supposed to hold weight, and it really doesn't, right? I mean, it really don't hold weight. So for him to say, yeah, he's averaged 25 for 20 years, and that makes him great, and playing like this in year 20 makes him great. No, what made him great is why we call him great in the beginning of you know, when he first got in the league and when he got in his prime. That made him great. Playing this long and being able to still be athletic and fast and strong and durable at this age, that makes his body great. That don't make him great as a basketball player. That makes his body great. There's a major difference. So if we're debating GOAT bodies, if we want to debate who got the GOAT body, give it to LeBron. But if we want to debate who the GOAT basketball player, it has nothing to do with longevity and how long you can play. And how long you can play while accumulating high usage stats. That's not what it's about. The second thing he said is that the league was watered down. Michael Jordan's era was watered down because of the expansion teams and 90 players was added. Just like Bonzi and Rashid said, that's not true. They didn't go and find 90 players that don't belong in the NBA. these were 90 players that were already on teams. The expansion draft, if I remember in 95, 96, was it 96 or 95? 1995 when Toronto Raptors and Vancouver Grizzlies first got in the league. They did an expansion draft, and in the expansion draft, what they did is each team had 8 of their top players that they could protect. Hey man, we don't want you to touch none of these 8 players. So you was able to protect the top half of your roster. And then all your bench, because remember, the top half of your roster is your starters and 3 bench players, which is all that people play in the playoffs anyway, is the top 8. Right. So after the top 8, imagine right now, let's look at a playoff team. You know what? I'll pull a team up. Let's pull up a playoff team. Let me just think of a playoff team. The Denver Nuggets. Let's think of the champions. The Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets roster, and let's think of their top 8. All right, so obviously the starters: Caldwell Pope 1, Aaron Gordon 2, Nikola Jokic 3, Jamal Murray 4, Michael Porter Jr. That's 5, right? And then let's think of 3 bench players: Christian Braun, the young guy, he played some good minutes. That's 6. Reggie Jackson, that's 7. And Peyton Watson, that's 8. So those 8 would be protected. These are the players that would have been available in the expansion draft. Vlatko Cankar, never heard of him. Colin Gillespie, Justin Holiday, that's a good name. Jay Huff, DeAndre Jordan, Braxton Key, Zeke Naji, Jalen Pickett, Julian Strother, he's a good shooter. I like him, a rookie. And Hunter Tyson. These names, you didn't see none of those guys get in the game in the playoffs. Maybe DeAndre Jordan might get some tick at some point. But if you lose DeAndre Jordan, you can replace him, right? So those are the guys that would have been available for draft. The top 8 that really matter, the teams were able to keep and protect, right? So what really happened in the expansion draft is that Vancouver and Toronto was able to pick from the bottom of the barrel of each team and free agents to build their roster. And they both got the number 1 and number 2 pick in the draft. The Toronto Raptors took Damon Stoudemire, and if I can remember correctly, the Vancouver Grizzlies may have took Big Country Reeves, Bryant Reeves, a big 7-footer. You know, he was almost like a Greg Ostertag, block shots, big guy, right? So that's how the draft went. You was able to build a roster on that. So if anything, you can make the claim that we added 2 teams that weren't competitive. So what? How does that water down the league? You added 2 teams that weren't competitive. So at the most, if you know, let's say you play both of them twice, okay, you got 4 games that appear to be easy. 4 games. And in the playoffs, guess what? You ain't gonna see them because they ain't gonna make it. So what sense does it make? Oh, okay. You added 2 teams, I might get extra 2 or 3 wins, and that makes the league watered down. JJ Redick, this is the dumbest thing you've ever said. They added 90 players, like it was 90 players from somewhere that, you know, I don't know. They just went to Division II colleges and JUCOs and was like, man, come join this expansion team. No, these were players that was on rosters already in the NBA. They put them on the expansion team and then gave them the number 1 pick, right? So this whole notion that JJ Redick said that the league in the era was watered down because expansion teams is just dumb. And I keep hearing it in so many different places, man. Like, people are going to hear this from JJ Redick and it's going to rehash and they're going to start saying this again. Like, it makes no sense, brother. Like, that is dumb. right? But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I just wanted to say that piece. JJ Redick's a bumbling fool. I don't know what's got into him, man. I don't know. It is what it is. I'll catch you on the next one.